Ready? I'm here with Anthony. Do you guys recognize him?
Hello, everybody.
Okay, so now he's going to tell you the story that you've all been waiting to hear about what happened yesterday when he went to get a water sample from the frozen Mississippi River for his biolab. Take it away.
All right, first of all, I want to say that this is not as interesting as Ruby is pointing it out to be.
I think it's so interesting.
Okay, so if you're expecting to crack up and laugh out loud,
You will.
You obviously won't. But whatever.
Just picture him in this.
Either way, I'll do it since everybody voted for it. Okay, babe, let me say the thing, please. Okay. Whatever. So yesterday I had to go get a water sample from anywhere in the Twin Cities, Minneapolis or St. Paul area. So for one of my lab classes and to test for microbes and whatever in water samples. And I decided to get it from the Mississippi River, which is right next to our campus at the University of Minnesota. So recently I bought a bike, and because I needed to get to class on time, I was getting late to class every day. Whatever. So I got the bike, and I decided to ride to the Mississippi. Not too long of a ride, it's right there. So as I was riding to the Mississippi River, it was a huge hill, and it was very convenient because the hill was pretty much downhill. So I rode down and did not think about the fact that eventually I would have to ride up. So that'll get a little funny towards the end of the story. Okay, babe. So whatever, I rolled down. I think it's about, I don't know, about 150 feet down. It's pretty high. The university is pretty elevated with respect to the river. So I got all the way down there, and then parked my bike. Everything was frozen. There's snow everywhere. And so
How was the temperature yesterday?
I think it was like negative 31, right?
No, that was this morning. Yesterday was like
Negative
negative
20, 25.
3 or something.
No, but with wind chill, it was negative 25 or something like that.
Totally possible.
Whatever, it was extremely cold. And I'll tell you why. I'll give you an example why it was so cold. Whatever. So I got to the park, I parked, and then I walked towards the river, but the river was like you had to climb down a whole bunch of rocks. So I climbed down, kind of like hiking. I was scared for my life, and when I got down there, the whole floor was white. So I didn't know whether it was rock or it was water. So I decided to kick it, which is stupid, but whatever. I decided to kick it to see how hard it was, while I was still standing on one of the big boulders there. So it seemed pretty sturdy. So I got on top of it, and I think the water was, where it wasn't frozen, was about 15 feet away from me.
So the river was frozen, right?
No, like the outskirts of the river, closer to land, was frozen, and then it started whatever.
Did you walk on the river?
Yeah, I was walking on the river.
You were walking on the frozen river?
Yes.
So you're Jesus now, huh?
No, I'm not, babe. That's not funny. Okay. Whatever. So I started walking, and then I realized that I was gonna die because the river, the ice was cracking. So I decided to walk back. Said I was not going to take the risk. So I grabbed the rock, and I said, well, maybe I could just crack the layer that's closer to the shore.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah. So I got the rock and started hitting the ice until eventually I made a crack deep enough where water was coming out of it.
Awesome.
Which was exciting. So I was happy. I was like, I'm finally gonna get my water sample.
Yeah.
But turns out that the crack had I don't know what, like a diameter of an inch and a half. I couldn't stick my water bottle in there to get enough water out. So it was a complete fail. There was no way I could open it much more than that. By that time, my eyelids already were pretty much shut because of the sweat of wearing so much gear, and then the cold temperature. So
your eyelashes froze.
So I would close my eyelids, and then my eyelashes would freeze
Freeze?
together, and I had to pull them apart. This is really not that funny. I mean, it's
That's
kind of
so funny.
whatever. So whatever. I decided to get back. I climbed up. Almost tripped on my way up. Did not end up tripping, thankfully. And then I got on my bike, and then I started riding up. And
So what did you do about that water sample?
I didn't get the water sample.
So what did you do instead? I mean,
I'll tell you when I get up. When I get up the hill, I
Oh,
have to get
that's-
up the hill first.
Oh, my bad.
So I'm down. I'm all the way in the bottom of the hill, and I'm like completely regretting the fact that I decided to come down there and didn't think about that. The fact that I was gonna have to go up again. And I didn't have. It's been a while since I've ridden on bicycle. So whatever.
So you were wearing that.
I was wearing this. Yes. And then.
Oh, you forgot a part about your gloves freezing.
No, oh yeah, whatever. Okay, I forgot. So when I made the crack with the rock, I started trying to dig a bigger hole so I could fit my bottle in. So I was using my gloves. Obviously, I was not gonna put my hands in there; they would totally freeze. So whatever, I didn't think much of it. But as I started riding my bike, I realized I didn't have enough energy to pedal. Too much pedaling, and it was way too steep. So I got off the bike, and there was a truck behind me. I got off the bike, got on the sidewalk, and started walking my bike up. Everybody staring at me because they were like, "Who's this weakling?" And then these other cyclists were like soaring past me. I couldn't go up, whatever. I'm a Miami guy. So when I got off the bike, I realized that I couldn't move my fingers. And it was because the water got entrapped in whatever the pores in the gloves, and it froze in there. So the gloves, all the fingers were tied together, and you couldn't really move it. So I would go like this to the glove and try to go like that to it, and it was like
It was hard.
I thought it was gonna fall off, like one of these fingers were gonna fall off. No, just kidding.
But it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's fine now. Whatever. So I got up to the top of the hill like 30 minutes later. It took me like a minute to get down there previously as I was going down. So when I got up, I said, "Look, I need this sample. I'm going to get enough if I don't bring the sample in." So I decided to go to the bathroom. And I initially said, well, if we're looking for microbes, the best place to get microbes, simulated microbes, are from the toilet.
Are you kidding me? Toilets are like the most sterile things ever.
No, they're not. Especially not the ones in Kaufman.
Well, okay,
So,
I mean, unless you found pee in it.
But then I thought, there's too many people in there. They're gonna think I'm weird sticking my water bottle inside the toilet. Then eventually I was gonna have to clean it. So I was like, nah, I don't want any feces or E. coli getting stuck in my
Gross.
in my bottle. Those things are hard to get out, especially with all the antibiotics we use today. They're all resistant to those antibiotics.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. So whatever. So I decided to get it from the faucet. I got water from the faucet. Everybody was staring at me in the bathroom, thinking that that's what I was going to drink, but I definitely was not. So I went outside and I got a bunch of dirt and put it inside the bottle. And then I got snow and put it inside the bottle, and I said, well, there has to be some kind of microbes on these things. They're everywhere.
And then did you shake it?
I shook it.
Shook it like a shot shaker.
I shook it and then took it to class. And surprisingly enough, there was nothing in that water bottle.
Very sterile.
Nothing at all.
Snow and
dirt. And dirt, yeah.
Dirt? Wow, no.
Yeah, I mean, there was probably bacteria and stuff, but you put a mesh on it that gets rid of all those huge particles and then keeps the little ones. So that's it. That's my story. See, I told you it was not that funny.
Wasn't it funny? I mean, just imagine him, okay? It's really funny. I think it's funny. All right, well, that's your story. Peace.